I continue the matter of chapter 4, hopefully reaching the end of it. The mathematical body of relations that connect measurable properties to derivable properties. That is, from measurements to a lot more. In your first question, theranamics, you manipulated, let's call them calculations, numbers, cookbook problems and solutions based on the steam tables. In the steam tables, you have values or properties such as specific internal energy, specific enthalpy, and specific entropy. Those things cannot be measured. To most people, those things are jargon. Obviously, my objective here is to make sure that it is no jargon for you. But these numbers came from the relations that connect experiments to other experiments, and in the end, to very useful, let's call them weapons in the hands of designers of useful machines. Do not believe those who speak of thermodynamics as some subject in physics and chemistry. Thermodynamics came from engineering, from machines, from the steam engine, from the attraction of very cheap power from burning something that's basically dead in the ground, not from animals and slaves. This is a huge deal, this invention called the steam engine. And the Brits, I'm going to lecture at the Imperial College this coming Friday. I'll tell them, why are you so modest? You should be bragging about this. You know, the fact that this thing that came from nobodies like James Watt liberated the world. Truly, it liberated the world. Yeah. Look at pictures, bas reliefs on this. You'll see all sorts of hard lives for people and animals. So, it's all about liberation, if you want. This thermodynamics, which is about machines, yes?
Why was James Watt a nobody? He has a whole...
I know, he was a machinist, basically tinkering in a laboratory. I've been there, I gave a lecture there in May last year. And there was a machine there, atmospheric heat engine, designed by Newcomen almost 100 years earlier. Britain was already industrialized by steam engines before James Watt. And it was very inefficient because, as Watt said, it makes no sense to use in the same chamber both the heating and the cooling. So he decided to have two chambers. His invention is called a separate condenser. In other words, not to mix hot and cold because you are that stupid. You see, you have to keep them separate. And that more than doubled the efficiency. That very move of having two separate places, and it was intuition that mixing is not a good idea. That was one of the conclusions of chapter 3. The third of the mechanisms of irreversibility is mixing. But he was a nobody before he came up with this, and he had a colleague, a friend, Matthew Bolton, was an engineer, but also I think he was a lawyer, and they patented the thing, and they formed a company called Bolton and Watt Works, and lifted first the European continent out of poverty. If you want to discover ideas, don't go to the I'm not going to name anybody, the top of the pyramid here in a university. Listen to common sense in the street, common folks. Yeah, just eavesdrop at the supermarket. See what people who know the pain of not having, see what they're saying.